Hi, I'm Rob. This is Gems of War, and here I'm doing the Dripping Caverns faction event. I've done a few already because I didn't see any point starting the video on the super low level faction assaults, so I'm starting it on level 60. I've got one delve remaining, and these delves are really worth doing because the rewards are just a little bit better than normal. They are really worth doing, so I'll just show the team I'm using. And this is for a particular reason. I've gone for Mountain Crusher as the hero weapon because it explodes a load of gems, but an added benefit of using a exploding hero weapon in the delves is on the board on this you get those blocks which get in the way a lot of the time and slow you down. When you explode this weapon it gets rid of those blocks most of the time, so that is a really handy thing to do, especially on the later levels when you don't want to be restricted too much. We've got two King Gob Truffles because we're restricted to blue and green, so we need troops that use this mana colour. Now, this is really handy because he creates green for himself, brown for Mountain Crusher, and gains an extra turn, which is really good. If you're a lower level and you don't have these traits yet, then it doesn't matter. And even though I am doing this on a higher level delve, I promise you this team will work on the lower levels as well. So if you're not particularly high level yet and you have these troops, then definitely go for it still because it will work. And you can get Gob Truffle easily from the underworld as you can the Mirage Queen. So this is a pretty low level, low cost team as well. And it works well with the Mirage Queen because she creates green gems to Doom Skulls, which is handy because Gob Truffle is going to be creating a ton of green. So when we get that alignment, we'll be using that. And an added benefit is all elemental allies start with 50% mana, which of course the King Gob Truffles are. So really good. Another good thing about having the Mirage Queen on a tactical sense is a lot of enemies, if they go submerged, are then immune to Gob Truffle's damage. But with Mirage Queen being a skull converter, you can't be submerged from skull damage. So when you get those 4 matches, which will happen a lot, we'll be able to just destroy them that way instead. I've gone for Frost Mage as the class, but any class will do really. I've gone for that because I haven't got it on 100 yet. But the banner is fairly important. I've gone for Maze Banner. Now, a lot of people, may not have noticed that Maze Banner is the only one that has 2+2 colour benefits. You've got +2 green and +2 red. Literally nothing else has that. And because we don't use purple, we don't care about losing the one on purple, so that's a good one to have. We actually gain an extra benefit there because we're going to charge Gob Truffle Gob Truffle up faster and Mirage Queen quicker too. So here we go. Like I say, I'm starting on, I think it's level 60, but if you're low level and even if your troops aren't as powerful as mine, then this team will still work. And we get green as fast as we can. If not green, then blue. If not blue, then brown or red, whichever makes the most sense. We'll usually go brown first because we want to explode Mountain Crusher, but grab 4 matches when they're there. Now we'll cast, when you get the option of one or the other, always cast Gob Truffle first if you've got Mountain Crusher charged as well. The reason is we get a guaranteed extra turn. And now when we explode our Mountain Crusher, we'll be charging up the other troops at the same time. Again, get 4 matches when they're there, but keep an eye out for alignment on green as well for Mirage Green, because we want to change green to skulls later on if we can. It's not so important on these lower levels when it just takes a few hits from Gob Truffle to clear the board, but later on you do want to be using the skull converting Mirage Green to our full advantage. Now, because rewards are particularly good in these delves, like we get, just a little bit more than normal, and other little benefits as well, which are really handy, is we get 2 trophies rather than 1, which is what you normally get in most other game modes, and same with XP, we get 2 XP rather than 1, so you're actually doubling the speed which you gain XP by doing one of these compared to most other events. Now also you're going to want to do all of these. Like after I've done a couple of fights here, we'll unlock the Mythic room, which is where you can end the delve, but you don't want to do that. You want to try and do all the fights if you can, because there's a multiplier which basically increases the more rooms you clear. So by clearing as many rooms as possible, you're giving yourself the best possible rewards, which is what you want. You want to get rewarded. So he's being nasty to us on our colours. We're not getting too many good choices, but hopefully we'll generate some brown here for Mountain Crusher. Check alignment. I only ever do these converting ones when they match 4, because otherwise half the time you're just setting up the team and you don't want to do that. We'll now cast Mountain Crusher, which should charge up our other troops. And Mountain Crusher is really reliable for generating extra turns. It's like you explode it, and the amount of times you actually get an extra turn from it is really handy. Cast Gobtruffle now. When you've got Gobtruffle ready to charge, don't cast Mountain Crusher. It may seem obvious, but basically you save Mountain Crusher as a charging troop when the others aren't charged. That should wipe both of them out. See how it works? It's fairly straightforward. I always tend to do the rooms in the order of hardest first. Like I'll do the legendary room first for some reason. It's just always been a habit. Don't necessarily have to do it that way, but it's just the way I've always done it.
Mana surge.
So you resist things like this, even though Mirage Queen is our only troop that's charged. You may score some damage there, but the amount of times, even though there's no other danger around, if you'd set yourself up for a skull hit there, it wouldn't affect me now, because I can take 30 damage from that first opponent, no trouble at all. But if you're a lower level player, you need to be wary of taking unnecessary damage when it's not necessary. So I'm playing this game as if I had to be wary of that sort of thing as well, just for the benefit of lower level players as well. What should we do now? We shall... So I should have cast Gobtruffle there. The thing is with the game now, there's so much going on. Because he was submerged, I actually failed to notice out the corner of my eye that he was actually charged. So he has now generated a lot of skulls. Not skulls, green, but they're still not aligning into a nice 4-match. There may have been one a minute ago, I may have missed it, but... Again, I think I need to wake up. I didn't actually notice that the opposition only had 1 health left. I've not been up long. That's my excuse. So we'll just clear this entire lot. We always want green first, but if you can't get green, get blue. But the cool thing is, if you've got, obviously brown's there as well, so whichever fits your style of play really, but if you had a mana surge on brown, in the first brown match you would charge up Crusher straight away, which is good. No green alignment on skulls. Some more explosions. Now we'll create some green from Gobtruffle. And we've got a match there, look at the top, when we change green for Mirage Queen, so we'll do that. And that worked out rather well. The observant ones among you may have noticed I've changed guilds now. This is for a reason. I didn't have any issue really with the guild I was in, but there was one thing which was bugging me a little bit about it. That was the thing that made me change, and I had a really good offer, and I decided to take it. But I shall explain that in full in a different video. Wow, that was good. Whatever happened there? That was a lightning start. Well, yeah, just cast the gob. I didn't really have to do anything there. Just very straightforward game. Again, the rewards are just a little bit better in Delve, so definitely worth getting. And you gain faction points as well, which is beneficial. All these things add to your overall stats in the game. See here, because there's not a fantastic amount of green and blue alignment, I will collect brown first and hope for a mana surge. And if I get that, which I do, when I now explode these brown ones, which are nicely spaced out, it should generate a lot of mana for the other troops. Which semi-worked out good. I charged up Mountain Crusher again, which is okay. We'll get charge on the others. Don't have perfect green alignment on Mirage Green. So in that case, we'll cast the Gob Truffles. I always cast one and have a little look around because you may get a 4-match on the green somehow. But I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. I've used Mirage Queen an awful lot in my teams, and the green to Doom Skulls works out far less on the 4-match than other troops. I'm pretty sure I'm not imagining this, but the amount of games I've had where that 4-match just doesn't line up for ages and ages and ages. But with other troops like Yao Guai, for example, where it changes red to purple for a 4-match, like a skull is not really any different to a colour, but it's a skull rather than being a colour, if you know what I mean. And on Yao Guai's spell, when you cast his, and you get damage on the first 2 opponents, and then it changes, I think it's red to purple. The amount of times that matches up is amazing. And even like Divine Ishbala, her changing red to skulls, that lines up 4 matches absolutely tons and is really reliable. But Mirage Queen, even though it's the same spell effectively, but choosing a different colour, for me anyway, it's just been so unreliable. Just literally never ever, hardly ever lining up with green for a 4-match. I've noticed it like for quite a long time now, and it really hasn't changed. It may be different for other people, but for me, it's always been a source of reliable unreliability, if that's even a thing. I hope I get to a point again where I can cast Mirage Queen and you see what I mean. It'll probably prove me wrong and make me look like a nutcase, but that's fine. Two more to go. Like I say, always clear the room of the lower levels first before doing the last mythic room, because the multiplier increases and you get much better rewards. Wow, not much going on here apart from that green at the top.
Mana surge.
2 Gob Truffles charged, so we'll cast them. And that is it. Like I say, like even though my troops are quite high level, this team will work if you are a lower level player as well. So don't look at my team thinking you need crazy level Gob Truffles and Mirage Queens. You don't. As long as you have those troops, this team will work a treat on this delve. orb. Charge him. Always look out for these kind of 4 matches as well, like even though we've got green over here, which we'll get, these are always worth looking out for when we drop that purple to that one. It will drop those 2 down. Like from that, often generates something else. That little explosion then just charged up our mountain crusher. So by doing that little 4 match, by dropping them down, actually worked in our favour. So where we've got to start looking out for the 4 matches on green, you see, and nothing doing. And still nothing doing on the 4 matches on green. And even now, not even a skull match on. This is what I was saying earlier about. Oh, it does work. I'll let it off. I'll do that anyway. Just to get rid of it. Yeah, but it's certainly not as reliable, it seems to me anyway, as when, for example, you cast Divine Ishbala, it changes red to skulls, which seems to work a lot. Green to skulls doesn't seem to work anywhere near as much. Maybe there's something to do with my levels on what I've got the different colour things to. I don't know. But let's grab the rewards, see what we get, and call this video a day. Video your day. So we've got up to level 6 so far, working on 7. You can go to the shop if you want to do some more delves on this sort of level, if you've got the gems to do so. Worth doing if you want to finish a level off. I've got 2 more to do. I'll do these in a bit. No need to carry on with this video anymore. I'm sure you get the point. But there it is. If you enjoyed it, remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons. It really does help. And most of all, thanks for watching, and see you again next time. Bye for now.